Good morning.
Sir,
Just a minute, madam.
echo.
Yeah, yeah. Um, is it okay now?
Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay. Good morning. Let's begin our day 5. So today we are just going to have again few problems to be seen today, both on the reduction on minimization of Boolean expression using K-map, and we'll also move on to the next technique, which is Quinn-McCain-Clay method. Okay. So before getting into the session, let us quickly have the recap of what we have seen in the last class. In the last class, we had dealt with a few problems in the area of reduction of this Boolean expression used for 3 variables and 4 variables. Okay, and there were some 8 problems that was given to you in terms of assignment, and it was submitted. Few have submitted in late, and yet to submit is few more students who are expected to submit it at the earliest by today. Because don't put us to question you. So submit it at the earliest. And in
Sir,
the
1 second, sir.
yes, madam, please.
Sir, for A and B sections, actually the many have submitted not in the correct format. Very few people are submitting the correct format. I informed already that you have
Okay.
to submit. There are 3 files should be there. One is your lab record, and your date must be there. Many were missing
Yes.
the date while submitting the record. Okay, then that is the first file. Second file, you have to do the VLab. VLab, you have to do what logic gate verification. Okay, that is in TTL logic or in the gate. That is okay. Whatever it is, it's fine. But you have to keep that VLab file. And the second one is circuit file. That is in that also you can verify the Boolean theorem, and or else you can verify the Boolean theorem in the VLab. It is not a problem. So all these 3 files must be there. So every time I am checking and again returning to you, and you will do the same thing, right? You are submitting the same file. Okay, so you don't do that. You have to correct it and you have to submit all the 3 files. If the 3 files are there, then only you submit. Otherwise, you don't submit. Okay, every time need to again returning. It is very bit difficult thing. It's for you also. So you please submit all these 3 files, right? If you have any doubts, please contact us. It's not a problem. Please don't submit the wrong file and make sure that you are writing the date. Only date is only required there in the first page. So you must write the date also. Okay, sir. Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. In the meantime, I also would like to tell you that on the problems that we have given in the assignment for the 3 variable and 4 variable, I just want to give you an observation from my end. In the 3 variable method, in the first problem, even though there are 3 possibility of grouping, the grouping of the min terms of 2 and 6 is not needed. Okay. Reason behind this, 2 is already been grouped with 0 and 6 is also already grouped it. So you don't have to group those 2 cases, right? So this is an additional grouping that you are putting it, which will give an examiner to reduce the mark, in fact. Okay, so that is one thing. And in the question number 2C, even though in the final reduced expression, that term z is variable, z is missing, you are expected to draw that in the input side. Z as a variable in the input side as well as its complement with a NOT gate, Z bar. That is also needed. Okay. So these are the 2 things which I just wanted to insist on you to correct it on the upcoming days, right? Even though that was given in the comments, few of you have corrected that and resubmitted it. And others, please check back to your submission and make sure that that is not been, if that is not corrected, correct it, right? So always make sure that if the element or if the variable 1 is already been grouped to some other case, it is not necessary. Even though there is a possibility of grouping in terms of a pair or quad, it is not necessary. Our objective is all the ones should be paired to some other ones. That's it, in case of min terms. Okay, fine. So with this few things, let us get into the 5 variable method. We will solve one problem in the 5 variable method today, and then we'll move on to the Quinn-McLachey method, tabulation method. Okay. So before getting into that problem onto the other screen, let me throw some light on what is this. The second method, the tabulation method, is all about, right? So this is the tabulation method, Quinn-McLachey tabulation method. The reason behind why we are getting into this tabulation method is the K-map, though it is a convenient method for the minimization of Boolean function, it is quite easy for the case when it is with 4 variables. When it comes with the 5 variables, you are expected to draw 2 K-maps side by side, so that can be placed one over the other. Then you will find the grouping nature and so, right? So till 4 variable, your K-map is a best suited reduction minimization tool. Beyond which, if it is 5 variable, okay, you can go ahead with K-map. But it is difficult to simplify if your number of variables is more than 5. K-map, right? So then came this method, Quinn-McLachey method, which is a tabulation method based on the concept of prime implicants. You should always keep in mind what is this prime implicant. The term prime implicant is, okay, this you might get in your CA questions or in your end semester questions, right? So this is a product or a sum term, depends on the your input, whether it is going to be in SOP or POS form. Okay, it is a product or sum term which cannot be further reduced by combining with any other product or sum term. Okay, something like you arrive at a final condition, and beyond which you cannot still further reduce it. Those terms which are available at the last result is what we call it as, each and every term is what we call it as the essential prime implicants or the mandatory prime implicants on the whole. Okay, so this term prime implicant will play its nature in the tabulation method. Okay, you will have a better understanding once when we get into a problem being solved in this issue, right? So here in this method, what we follow is we have a small procedure to do this minimization process. Okay, on your question, as always, you will get a few an expression with the function of the input variables, something like f of a, b, c, d, e, f. Okay, so there are 6 variables, right? And which is equal to summation of min term of, they'll open a bracket and they'll express all those min terms. Okay, so that is how your default problem will be. So here, the first step is always you will have to arrange your given min terms in the ascending order, right? Okay, so and then you will have to make groups. In each and every min term, you will represent your min term 2, M2 as 0010. On the 8421 code, if you can visualize, 2 is represented as 0010 and 3 is represented as 0011. 4 is represented as 0100. So likewise, you will be expressing your min terms. Then based on those number of ones which is present in the min terms. Okay, so when I say if it is min term number 2, then that means 0010. So in that, the number of ones available is 1. When it is 3, it will be 0011. So there are 2 min terms are available, 2 ones are available. Likewise, you will have to segregate or group your min terms based on the number of ones which is available on it. Okay, then you will be putting them in different groups. Okay, there is one important thing is which is given in the third line. If you see, okay, I'm sorry, I just got disconnected from the laptop. Based on the madam, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any response in the chat box? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, no problem.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Am I audible? Oh yeah. Thank
yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir.
So based on the number of variables, you will have. If my number of variables is 6, I will have 7 number of groups combinations which might be possible. So that's a maximum number of groups that you can expect. Okay, and then you will have to compare one element in the group with the other element. Fine. So that is how you will have to proceed. So in the meantime, when my system is getting back to its way, let's quickly get into the 5 variable method. I just want you to pin to my other screen, which shows the white sheet along with my handwritten green color sketch written problem. If you can pin to that screen, I suppose that should be fine. Please pin to that screen. If you are pinned to that screen, let me know so that I can proceed with the problem. Have you got pinned to that screen? Yes? No? Yes. Okay. Let's have, we have a problem with 5 variables. If you can look at the question, it is a function of P, Q, R, S, T. Okay. And which is equal to the summation of the min terms of 0, 0, 2, 4, 7, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. So this is typically an expression which I have right now. Okay. So this is the problem with the 5 variables. Why I say this is a problem with 5 variables is you will be able to understand. P is my first variable. Q is my second variable. R, S, T are my third, fourth, and fifth variable. So altogether I have got 5 variables. So already in the when we started this K-map, I said that whenever there are 5 variables, we keep one variable as a separate variable whose complement will be we'll use them as P is equal to 0 in one 4x4 matrix and its complement P bar, or P is equal to 1 in the other case. Okay, so let me keep this variable P as the constant, as the variable which I'll take it outside, and the other variables I will be considering that in the tabulation form. Okay, so I will have 2 cases, P is equal to 0 and P is equal to 1. So these are the 2 cases, right? So for each of this case, I will have the other 4 variables which are represented in my tabular column. Is that visible? Okay, so this is my representation for P is equal to 0. Similarly, I will draw one more table, which is corresponding to the second case of P is equal to 1. So the same variables which are on the top will come here also. So which are S bar, T bar, S bar T, ST, ST bar. Okay. Similarly, Q bar, R bar, Q bar R, Q R, Q R bar. Okay. So now here when you see, let's get into the first thing, P is equal to 0. Okay. On P is equal to 0, this is conventionally a 4 variable K map. That is how we are going to assume now. So that will be M0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So this is how I have represented my minterms. Okay. Similarly, the continuation part of it, I will be putting it in the next table. So here I have covered till M15. So my 16th variable start here. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Am I clear till this? So since this is a 5 variable case, so I will have 2 to the power 5, which is equal to 32 number of cells, right? So thus those 32 number of cells are now being grouped into 16 plus 16. In the first 16, I have assumed P is equal to 0. Second 16, I have assumed P is equal to 1. Am I clear till this on your chat box? Am I clear till this? So we have not started the problem. We have just made the base graph ready. Is this clear? There is a response from A section, Jayanti. B section, I need a response from somebody from B section also can pin in. Yeah, is that somebody from B section who says they are able to understand it? Yeah. Shiva Shakti. Yeah, thank you, Shiva. Okay. So now let us look into the problem and mark the ones on this graph based on the questions which are available to us. Okay. So here I have got my 0, 2, 4, 7, 8, 10, 12. Then till this I have completed. Then it is 16, 18, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Have I did it right? Is there any changes which I need to make? Just check on this. 0, 2, 4, 7, then 8, 10, 12. After 12, it is 16. So 16, 18, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Am I right? Yes, no, maybe on the chat box, please. Yes, Anjana. Yes, thank you. Ritvika, Jivita, Sanmati. Yes. Okay. Now what we'll do is on the next step. Okay, other cells I will mark the terms as zeros. This also is mandatory. We need to do this. Okay, having done this, now it is the next task is to group them all together. Okay, so here when we say grouping it, this forms a group of quad. Am I right? 24, 25, 26, and 27 forms a quad. Okay, and this one might look like a quad, and this again look like a quad, but these two are one above the other. So they are now a combination of oct. Am I making this point clear? So the variable 0, 4, 8, 12 along with 16, 20, 24, and 28 forms an oct. Reason is these are going to be placed one above the other. Am I clear? Yes? No? Maybe? Okay, so that is one combination of oct which is available. Just because you find a column which is, in this case, both the cases, it is at column number 1. So you can club them together, group them together. In that word sounds better. Group them together, right? So that becomes a combination of oct. Is there any other oct combination is available? Is there any other oct combination is available?
Yes, sir, move a little bit up, sir.
Is there any other oct combination is available? Sir? Yes, sir? Exactly. As said by Malavika, there is a rolling of map. Yes, this one, this one, this, This is on the rolling off map. So my second oct belongs to the cells 0, then it is 2, then it is 8 and 10 from this table. Okay, and 16, 18, 24 and 26. 24 and 26. All the four corners of both these tables can be grouped together. They also form an oct. Am I move the sheet a little bit upward? Okay. Now is it fine, Armada and Mamageshwari? I suppose this should be visible now. Okay. So this is how the combinations have come. So there are 2 oct combination is available. And my third one is, there is a combination of quad which we have set, which is 24, okay, differentiate this, 24, 25, 26 and 27. This corresponds to a quad. Is that okay? 24, 25, 26 and 27, it corresponds to a quad. Okay, and the combination of this one, this variable in my cell 7 and variable in the cell 23 forms a pair. Am I right? So there is a combination of a pair, which is because of this 7 and 23, which is a pair. Is the combination of grouping clear as far as this 5 variable problem is concerned? Yes, 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 good. Okay, so what I can call this is, I can call this as 4 groups which are available. Okay, so now let us look at the first group, the group of, this is how we used to draw, right? So group that corresponds to 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 and 28 and its corresponding expression. Okay, now let us consider this case. Okay, coming to the first table, this is what we are going to consider, these 2 rows. Okay, coming here, you have got your Q bar. What could be the net expression for this oct? Any guesses? Expression for this net oct. 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. What could be the final expression resultant of this oct? Any guess? Am I audible? Yeah, okay. 0. No. It's not 0. It's not 0. Yes. There is one answer by Swati G. Jiva Manigandan. Yes, yes. Darshani Narmada. Good. That was first initiated by Sharda. Yeah. The net result of this is, as said by them, it is S bar T bar. How it is there are 2 Q variable and its complement, 2R and its complement, so they get cancelled out on both this expression, leaving behind this S bar T bar. Okay, so that's the reason behind my first group gives me and landed with an expression of this. Is that okay? S bar T bar. Now coming to the second group. Second group corresponds to my second thing, 0, 2, 8, 10, 16, 18, 24, 26. What could be its expression? Any guesses? Yes, Jiva Manigandan. R bar T bar. Is that right? Because when you are looking at the corners, you know, you will have a Q and Q bar, its complement. So they get ruled away. Am I clear? This, you are looking at only the corners. Okay, so this Q and this Q bar will get neutralized, and you will be landing behind R bar when you look at this vertical way. When you go into the horizontal way, S bar and S will get, this is a complement of the variable S, so that they get moved away, leaving behind the term T bar. So my second expression for my oct is this R bar, T bar. Right? Now coming to the third grouping combination, which is a quad for the variables 24, 25, 26, and 27. It is, sorry, it is 27. 27. What could be the expression? QR bar. Is that right? Or are we missing something? QR bar. Is it right? Yes. When it is on this combination, yes. Coming to here, this is what is the quad that we are assuming. So whenever we go on for a complete column, this term completely rules away, leaving behind the term which corresponds to that row value. So that is the QR bar. It's a net result. Are we right? And adding to that will be this expression corresponds to a variable p is equal to 1. Okay, so that p is equal to 1 comes here. There might be a question, sir, for the first two groups, why you have not introduced p? Reason behind is the first two groups that we have formed is by the combination of these two maps. Okay, so when you are combining this, p and its complement, p is equal to 0, p is equal to 1 is nothing but a variable with its complement. So they get ruled away. That's the reason behind in my first two groups, I have not brought in my variable p. When it is my third grouping, this grouping is available at a table with p is equal to 1, which means it is p. When it is with p is equal to 0, that could have been p bar. Am I clear? Why this p variable came into picture in my third expression? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, so this is where we, at most of the cases under a 5 variable method, we will create a, we will unknowingly we will put ourselves in trouble. We are very clear that this quad is available only in this schema, which is available for p is equal to 1. That means it is a variable p on the whole. So we are expected to draw this p. If this should have been here, then this was for p is equal to 0. Then in that case, this should have been p bar. Am I clear with this? Yes? No? Yes. When the number of yes is falling less, I'm getting a doubt. Good. Yeah. Okay. I just want somebody to unmute themselves and speak out so that I could also hear from their word of mouth. Arun Saravanan, 19P104. Are you there? Arun, please unmute yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, Arun, you're on air. Is that clear? Till now, what we have been doing, Arun?
Sir, no doubt, sir. Is it clear?
Arun? Arun Saravanan, is that clear? Arun, I want you to unmute your mic and speak out.
Sir?
Yes, Arun, you have unmuted. Please speak.
Sir, clear, sir. No doubt, sir.
Okay, am I not able to hear him or just a minute. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have kept my speaker in off. Arun, sorry. Are you able to speak? Please? Is that clear, Arun? Where this p variable came into picture on the last expression?
Yes, sir.
Till now, is there any doubts that you have? No? Yes?
No.
No?
No,
Okay,
sir.
thank you. Thank you. Then from B section, I will invite the lucky person is going to be number 220, Mageshwaran. Mageshwaran, please unmute yourself. Mageshwaran C, 19P220. Maheshwaran, Are you there? 19P220, Maheshwaran. Yes, unmute yourself, Maheshwaran, and speak out. Sir, a message. I have no mic on my lap, sir. Okay, fine. So that means you are clear. Then I will invite the next gentleman, Manoj Kumar, number 19P221. Hope Manoj has a mic in his lap. Manoj, are you there? Unmute yourself. Manoj Kumar, 19P221. Manoj is not in the class physically, virtually. Okay, fine. Then it would be number 222. 19P222. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir, clear, sir.
Okay. Now, getting into the fourth variable, fourth group, combination of 7, 23. You will have one gentleman. Okay, let's have a lady. 9317, Kritika, can you please let me know the expression for the pairing of 7, 23? 19P317, Kritika. Unmute yourself and let me know the expression for the combination of 7, 23. 19P317. Sir, I don't have a mic in my laptop. I'm surprised. A laptop without a mic? Okay, fine. I might be wrong because you are a computer science student, so you might be better than me. Okay, there is one more Manoj Kumar in C section. Okay, 19P319. 19P319. Manoj Kumar.
So they might be saying about headset. I hope so.
Okay, because I don't think for laptop we need a mic.
Yeah, it is not required. Headset is not required. You can directly speak.
Okay.
It will automatically detect. Give a try and speak. Kritika.
Kritika, are you there? Can you try out to unmute yourself? Yes, she has given. So I don't have a mic and laptop. Yes, sir. Okay, fine. Okay, Nallasivam. 19P321.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Nallasivam. Let me know 7 and 23. 7 is here, 23 is here. Any guess, Nallasivam?
Sorry. Sleeper.
Okay, Nallasivam, I'll give you a clue. Okay. So you're going to assume these cases, right? So this is 7 and this is 23. In both these cases, you have Q bar R which is available, right? And ST which is available.
Sir, Q dash R plus ST.
Is it plus Q dash R? Okay.
Plus
Okay.
ST.
Will plus come into picture or product term comes into picture?
Product.
Okay. Thank you, Nallasivam. Yes. For others, it is, as said by Nallasivam, it is Q bar R S T. Initially, he said plus comes into picture. Yes, of course, plus will not come into picture here because we are dealing with min terms, right? Not with the terms of max terms. Okay. So these are the few resulting expression for this particular statement. So finally, what I will write is my f of p comma q comma r. Okay. The variable p is missing in this case. Okay. For a simple reason, like both these tables are now clubbed. 7 in my p is equal to 0, 23 in my p is equal to 1 is clubbed. So a variable with its complement. So that variable is ruled away. Okay. So this is what is my expression which comes at the last. S bar P bar plus R bar P bar plus P Q R bar plus Q bar R S T. So this is my net expression. Okay. Is the expression right? And for this, we will have to draw the circuit logic diagram. Okay. So next is okay, and here now again in the assignment there were few students who have not brought this grouping element in the K-map. It is mandatory. Even though you write it on the table something like group is equal to this, for its corresponding expression is this, always we as an evaluator will look out for the grouping of elements in the K-map also. Am I clear? So always make sure that you are making this grouping is also visible on your K-map, because that also fetches a mark, right? So this is all. This is how you do with the 5 variable. First step is in the 5 variable, you find out what is the first variable, put that first variable and for those 2 variable maps.
Sir, voice is breaking. Shiva, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, voice is
Hello?
breaking. Voice is breaking.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So first step is you will have to pull out the first variable, put that variable equal to 0 and equal to 1. Then the remaining 4 variables will be there, for which draw the K-map, 2 different K-maps. In that first K-map, you just start with the variable starting with 0, end with 15. 16 starts with the second K-map, and that ends with 31. Okay, so this is the case for 5 variable. So then go for the determination of grouping in terms of oct, or in terms of quad, or in terms of pair. A case where we will put ourselves in trouble is if there is a map something like this, grouping something like this, then this P variable should be brought into picture. If it is a combination of these 2 maps, then this P variable won't have its role. If it is on an individual table, then its value equal to 0 means P bar, equal to 1 means P. That will have its effect. Are we clear? So this is how we do a 5 variable method. Okay, shall we move to the next problem? Sir, can you come up with including P variable once again, sir? I mean, Sudarshan, you are talking about the grouping of third grouping. Am I right? Sudarshan, did you mean that third grouping? Yes. Okay. Why this P variable is coming into picture is this grouping is available only in this table, and this table corresponds to a value P is equal to 1. Okay, so first we'll have to find out the expression for this group, which means that since this is this way, all this S and T variable will get ruled away, leaving behind our Q R bar as a result. Q R bar as a result. Okay, and just because this grouping is available in P is equal to 1, this P will come into here. Okay, if in case it is available at P is equal to 0, then that should have been QR bar, P bar. Why? Because this if it is available here, this will be P is equal to 0. So that is something like P bar. Okay, so in our case, this is not the case. This is the case. In case if one variable come under first K-map means we have to add P variable in that group parser. Okay, Narmada, to get you an answer to this. Okay, let me assume there is an, instead of this 0 here in 29, what if this is here? If this 1 is here, this 1 is available only in this map, and its corresponding lower map at 13, there is no 1, there is 0. So this stands to be an individual element. Okay, if this is an individual element, what could be the answer, sir? Is that your question, Narmada?
No, sir. Can you unmute yourself and speak out, Narmada? Because I'm unable to understand your question. Can you unmute, Narmada, and speak?
She is asking about
Sir,
Yes, madam.
sir,
Yes, madam, you are audible. Speak out.
sir, what happens in this first Cape Max, sir? If it's come under 14, if 14 is 1 means what happen? You have to add P in that group, sir.
If 14 is equal to 1, instead of this 0, if this is equal to 1, is that the question?
Yes, sir.
If instead of the 0, there is a 1, what could have been the expression, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, as per Narmada's question, if this 1 is available here, it corresponds to QR, okay? And on the top it is S T bar, okay? And just because this 1 is available at the table P is equal to 0, this P comes into picture with an complement of it. P bar, QR, S T bar. Am I able to clarify your query, Narmada? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
To others also, if there is a 1 which is available in only in that table, then what could have been an expression? So that is what the question of Narmada was. Again, it was good opening to others also. Thank you, Narmada. In that case, this is how your expression will look like. Okay, fine. So this is not the case in our problem of now. Okay, so now is that okay? Yes. Shall we move on to the next method, Queen-McLachey method? Okay, thank you. Okay, let me try to connect through my system. Okay. For the next few, okay, echoing. 1 second. Okay.
Okay. Am I audible now? Yes, no? Please pin
yes,
to my
yes.
please pin to my laptop screen. I will just presenting the Queen-McLachey method. Okay. Hope the screen is visible. I want you to pin to my presentation slide, which is from my laptop. Is that visible? Shall I proceed? Not visible. Sudarshan, I suppose you will have to pin to my name, which is
Sir, it's not started presenting.
not started presenting. Just a minute. It shows present now. It's present now. Window. Share. Now is it visible?
No.
Okay, there is some difficulty in logging into the system. Okay, so I just want you to note down the steps which are involved in that, so that once when we get into the problem with that particular expressions, we will be proceeding it in that way. Okay, so note down the steps as I say. Step number 1 is arranging the min terms in ascending order and making them in groups. Arranging the min term making them into groups. That's going to be my first step. Okay. Second step is compare the min term present in successive groups. Compare the min terms in successive groups. If there is a change in only one bit position, if there is a change in only one bit position, if there is a change in only one bit position, then take the pair of those min terms and take the pair of those min terms so that's the second step. Step number 3, repeat step 2. Repeat step 2 with newly formed terms, until you get a prime implicance. My God. I suppose. Yeah.
Sir, it's coming, sir. It's coming. The first point is arrange the min terms in ascending order. First point. Arrange the min terms in ascending order. Shiva, sir? Sir? Hello?
Okay.
Sir, it's
Sorry.
muted.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Step 1 is arranging the min terms in ascending order and then grouping them based on the number of ones present in the binary cases. Second step is we are going to compare the min terms, right? And what is allowed is 1 bit variation is allowed, and when to which variable that 1 bit variation is allowed, there we will put this underscore symbol. When I'm explaining, this might sound a bit difficult to understand. When we get into the problem, we will be able to understand it clearly, right? third step is we will repeat the step number 2 continuously, and till all the prime implicants are done. Okay. Then fourth step, we will formulate the prime implicant table. What is a prime implicant table? Yes, there will be, after all the comparison is done, the final thing is no further reductions are available. So that is when we come to a conclusion like that, then we will be putting a final table with all the variables available. Okay. So it consists of set of rows and columns. Prime implicants can be placed in row wise and min terms can be placed in column wise. We will see what it is. And in the fifth step, we will find the essential prime implicants. There might be n number of prime implicants which are available. In those n number of prime implicants, there might be few prime implicants which might not be necessary, right? Other prime implicants might give the result to that also. Even without that one prime implicant, we can work out with the available other implicants. So in that case, we will remove a few of the prime implicants and we will find out what are the essential prime implicants, right? And in the last step, we will reduce all this prime implicant table by removing the row of each essential prime implicant and the columns corresponding to min terms that are covered in the essential prime implicant. So this step number 5 we will repeat again and again till we do that. Okay. So now let us get into a problem. Okay. I suppose you can switch on to the other screen. Okay. My paper, notes paper, right? So where we will have a problem with 6 variables, right? F of, have you switched on to the other screen? Yes? No? Have you switched on to the other screen? Yes, yes, thank you. So let the question be f of A, B, C, D, E, and F. So I have got my 6 variables into picture. Okay. So which is equal to my summation of min term of the variables 4, 5, 6, 9, 14, 19, 32, 35, 39, 54, and 61. Let me repeat. It is a function of A, B, C, D, E, F, which is equal to summation of min term of 4, 5, 6, 9, 14, 19, 32, 35, 39, 54, and 61. Okay. By default, the question how it will be is reduce the Boolean expression for the following function using Quinn-McLachey method. Okay. If there is no method specified on the question, it's left to you to use either K-map or you can use QM method. Even this method is applicable also for 5 variable or 4 variable also. You can use it. No problem. You do it with K-map, you do it with this method, you will finally land up with the same net answer only. Is that okay? Now, getting into this problem, as what I said in my first step, right? Now, I have got the terms like M4, M5, M6, M9, M14, M19, M32, M35, M39, M54, and M61. So these are the min terms which I have got in my problem. Okay. So it's a 6 variable A, B, C, D, E, F. This you don't have to mark in your question, in your solution part, just because it is a first problem. I am just using these terms on the top to make the point clear. Okay. When it is my min term is 4,
what is the equivalent? My binary representation is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Is this clear? Name of this method, sir. It is Quine, Quine, Quine McCluskey, McCluskey, Quine McCluskey tabulation method. Okay. So now, so this is nothing but 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. For our understanding, right? Just because it is 4, this bit will be equal to 1. Is this clear? Binary representation of M4 is this one. Is this clear? On your chat box? Yes, no, maybe? Okay. Now, binary representation of my M5, that will be 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. Is it right? Binary representation of M5. Okay. Now, getting into my binary representation of M6, that would be 0, 0, 0, 0. When it is N, below this 8, I will put 1, and I will put 2 zeros, and below this 1, I will put 1. So that is 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. So for M9, this is how my binary representation will be. Okay. When it is M14, M14 would be something like 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. 8 plus 4 plus 2. Okay. Is it clear now? When it comes for M19, for M19, it would be 0. Below the 16, I will put 1, and followed by 2 zeros, 1, 1. So 16 plus 2 plus 1, 19. Is that clear? Yes, no, maybe? Similarly, for 32, it would be below 32, I will put 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. For 35, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Is that correct? For 35, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Is that correct? Yes? No? Hariharan, please check for 35. Is this right? No. Then what comes?
So now it is
What?
36.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So what could be the answer? Yes, there is an answer by Arun Saravanan. Yeah, Arun Saravanan, Gayatri, Saranya. Yes, it should be 1. This will be 0. This is 32 plus 2 plus 1. So that should be this. Okay. For from few minutes, I didn't get an answer in the chat box. So that's why I made this. Okay. Now for 39. 39, this should be 32 plus 4, 36. Is this right? For 39, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay. Yeah. Now, for 54, what it could be? 54. 32 plus 16, 48 plus 4, 52 plus 2, 54. Is it right for 54? Somebody please check whether am I doing it wrong or correct me. 1, 0, 0. Yeah. Okay. Fine. For 61, what it could be? For 61, it is Malavika has dropped an answer. 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. Okay, so this is how we have marked the first table, right? You are going to arrange the min terms in the ascending order. Yes, you have arranged all your min terms in the ascending order, right? Now, the next process in our step 1 is I'll have to group them. Okay, how I am going to group them is now. Let me do it in this.
Okay. So for our understanding, let us put number of ones available in the first cases. In this first expression, number of ones is 1, number of ones is 2, number of 1 is 2, number of 1 is 2, number of 1 is 3, number of 1 is 3, number of 1 is 1, number of ones are 3. Am I doing it right? Hope you are able to understand what I am doing now. Number of ones are 4, number of 1 is 4, and number of 1 is 5. Is that clear what I was doing right now? The number of ones is what I have marked with my other color. Okay. Now, based on this values of number of ones, I'm going to arrange my groups. So, let me put my first group G1. G1, what I'm going to put is all that min terms which are going to have one number of ones which are available. Okay. Out here, if I see one number of ones which are available are this and this. Okay. And this corresponds to M4. This corresponds to 32. So what I will do is M4, M32 is what I will write here now. Okay. And its corresponding binary representation, what I'm going to write. For M4, it is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. That clear? For M4, it is this. For M32, it will be 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. So this is my first group with one number of ones. Now let me go for the second group with two number of ones. Now look into this table. There are three combinations, 1, 2, and 3 with two number of ones. Its corresponding min terms are M5, M6, and M9. Is that clear? Its corresponding min terms are M5, M6, and M9. So my second group will be M5, M6, and M9. With its equivalent binary representation, I will be able to do it. So for M5, that will be 000 101. For 6, it will be 000 110. For M9, it would be 001 001. So this completes my second group. Did I make the point clear? Now, getting into my third group, it says number of 3 ones which are available in the previous table. Number of 3 ones, how many are those, Abhina? We will get M14, M19, and M35. M14, M19, and M35. So that I will be marking here, which is M14, M19, and M35. Is that clear? So it's equivalent binary representation 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, then 1, 0, 0, 1. So this is my third group. Now I'll get into my fourth group. It says number of 4 ones which are available. How many means there are 2 set of combinations, M39 and M54. Okay, so M39, M54. Okay, its equivalent is 1, 0, 0, 1. Here it will be 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. This is for this case. Now getting into the next case, a group with 5 number of ones. There is only one which is available here, which is the last one, M61. Right? So M61, whose net result is 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. Is that clear? How did we group the elements based on the number of ones? Is it visible? Is it clear? Yeah. Okay. Now, this completes my step number 1. Okay. Now I'm going to step number 2. When I say it's step number 2, what I said was, I'm going to compare the min terms present in the successive group. When I consider this and this group, right? This and this. These are two successive groups. What I will do is, I'll take this min term, M4, which is a min term, and compare with the other three terms or other terms which are available in the successive groups. After comparing this, I'll move on to the next min term, and I will compare with the successive group. And after this comparison, I will step down to this and this. I'll consider second group and third group. I'll pick up the first element of the second group and compare with the other elements in the group 3. Then second element of group 2, other. Third element of group 2, compare with the other elements of group 3. Then move on to the subsequent steps. Okay. So this is how the comparison is going to be. Now let us look into the first comparison of my this and this. The comparison between these two groups. Okay. Now I'll pick up the first element, min term M4, and I'll compare with M5. Okay. Clearly look at the steps. 0 is available here, 0 is available here. So there is no bit change. 0, 0, no bit change. 0 and 0, there is no bit change. 1 and 1, there is no bit change. 0 and 0, there is no bit change. 0 and 1, yes, there is a bit change. Bit 0 is now available as bit 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, I will do the second step with the value, just because I'm comparing with 4 and 5. Min term 4 and min term 5 is what I'm comparing. Min term 4 and 5 is what I have compared. And the net result is, for the first 5 bits, I did not have any change. Right? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. For the first 5 bits, there was no change. So I will write that as it is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. For the last bit, I found a bit change. 0 is now varied as 1. So in this bit, what I will do is I will put an underscore symbol. Is that clear what I did? Wherever I did not find any.
That couldn't see, sir.
Madam?
That couldn't see. It is the bottom part of the paper, right?
Okay. Now is it visible?
Yeah, it is visible
Okay.
now.
So to whichever the bits there is no variation, we are going to write that bit value as it is. To whichever the bit we found a variation, that I am going to put an underscore symbol for the corresponding bit position. Is that clear? Yes? No? Because this is the base that is going to fall into picture. Good. Now, come into the next one. I'm going to compare my 4 and 6 now. Okay? 4 and 6, when I'm starting to compare, 0, 0, no change. 0 and 0, no change. 0 and 0, no change. 1 and 1, no change. 0 and 1, yes, there is one change. 0 and 0, there is no change. So what I will do is, I will put a column here, putting 4, 6, which is my first 4 variables. I did not find any changes. 0, 0, 1, I did not have any change. So 0, 0, 1. In this, there was no change. On the 5th bit, 0 was changed into 1. There is a bit variation. So last bit, there is no variation. Okay. So in wherever I understand a variation, I will mark an underscore and I will put this. Is this clear? Is this clear? Okay. Now is this clear? Visible? Darshini, is it visible now? Yeah. Okay. So this is my comparison of M4 with 5 and 6. Now let me compare 4 and 9. Okay, 4 and 9 I am going to compare. 0, 0, no change. 0, 0, no change. Okay, 0 and 1. My first change, 1 and 0. My second change, 0 and 0, no change. 0 and 1. There is a third change.
What is allowable is only 1 bit variation is accepted. Okay. So, but when I compare my 4 and 9, there are 3 bit variations. So this comparison will not fall into my expression. Okay. Am I making the point clear? Why I am not putting 4, 9 in my step 2? Because there are 3 bit variations which are available. 0, 0, no variation, 0, 0, no variation, 0, 1. My first variation, 1, 0. My second variation, 0, 0, no variation, 0, 1. My third variation. Just because the number of variation is 3, this comparison is not accepted. Now getting into 32 and now M4 we did compare. Okay. So now coming into the 32 value. First bit 1, 0. First bit variation 0, 0. No variation 0, 0. No variation 0, 1. Second bit variation 0, 0. No variation 0, 1. Third bit variation. As earlier step, 3 bit variations are there. So this comparison of 32, 5 is not accepted. Now coming to 32, 6, 1, 0. First variation 0, 0. No variation 0, 0. No variation 0, 1. Second variation 0, 1. Third variation 0, 0. No variation. There are 3 variations. So it is again 32, 6 is not accepted. Now coming to 32, 9. 1, 0. First variation 0, 1, 0. No variations 0, 1, 1. Second variation 0, 0. No variation 0, 0. No variation 0, 1. Third variation. So 32, 9 is also not accepted. So this G1 and G2 comparison ends with these two results. I'm putting a line below that. Now I'll start comparing this successive groups. Group 2 and group 3 is what I'm going to compare now. Okay. When I look at here, I'll take M5, 14, 0, 0. No variation, 0, 0. No variation, 0, 1. First variation, 1, 1. No variation, 0, 1. Second variation, 1, 0. Third variation. As usual, not accepted. Now, 5, 19. 0, 0. 0, 1. First variation, 0, 0. No variation. 1, 0. Second variation, 1, 1. No variation. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to compare 5 and 19, right? So 0, 0. No variation. 0, 1. First variation. 0, 0. No variation. 1, 0. Second variation, 0, 1, third variation. Again, 3 variations. So 5, 19 is not accepted. 5, 35. Again, the number of bit variation is more than 1. So not accepted. Likewise, we will have to understand. Now tell me if there is any of such combination is available when I compare G2 and G3. 5, 14, 5, 19, 5, 35, 6, 14, 6, 19, 6, 35. 9, 14, 9, 19, 9, 35. Is there any other combination which is available? 6, 14, Malavika. Yes, 6, 14. Let us check. 6 and 14. So these are the 2. 6 and 14. 0, 0. No variation. 0 and 0. No variation. 0 and 1. First variation. 1, 1. No variation. 1, 1. No variation. 0, 0. No variation. Exactly. As said by Malavika, it is 6, 14 is available with only 1 bit variation. So that is acceptable with the values 0, 0 underscore 1, 1, 0. Is the net answer correct? Malavika, Shivachaktivel, Uma Mageshwari, you have said 6, 14. Yes, 6, 14 is acceptable comparison. Is the net answer right? 0, 0 underscore 1, 1, 0. Underscore has fallen in a bit position where there is a bit variation. 0 is available as 1 here. So this is my combination. Okay. If I go ahead comparing the other bits, other minterms with the subsequent group minterms, I couldn't find any other possibility. So I will just put a dash mark here. Okay. Now I will start to, this is over, this is over. Now my comparison will start to run between group 3 and group 4.
Okay, do that comparison and let me know if there is any possibilities. Jiva Manigandan, 35,39. Good. That 35,39. Yeah, it has been seconded by Saranya, Arun Saravanan. Exactly. Let us check it. 35 and 39. So these are the two comparisons. 1, 1, no variation. 0, 0, no variation. 0, 0, no variation. 0, 1. Yes, of course, first variation. 1, 1, no variation. 1, 1, no variation. So there is 1 bit variation which is on this bit. So my
Sir, not audible, sir. Shiva, sir.
Is that right? 100 Is that right on your chat box? Yes. Any other combinations are existing between 3 and 4, group 3 and group 4? No other combinations. Yes. Now, so this comparison is over. Now let me compare 4 and 5. Let's check if there is any other combinations which can provide. Is there any combination which is acceptable? Any comparison of the min terms which is acceptable between group 4 and group 5? No. If no is the answer, with this my step 2 is over. Now, an additional task which will be on our shoulder is we need to put a tick mark corresponding to the min term, right? I have compared my 4 and 5, right? So that has given me this answer. So what I will do is I will put a tick mark in my M4 and M5. This is mandatory. This is not mandatory. Right? This tick mark is mandatory. That indicates that it is a prime implicant. Okay. Now again, when I have compared my 4 and 6, I have got a net answer. So 4 is already tick mark. 6 is again I'm going to tick mark. Right? Similarly, 6, 14. 6 already marked. So 14 I will put a tick mark. Okay. Then 35, 39. So 35 is here and 39 is here. Okay, so these tick mark corresponding min terms are compared. That has resulted in the step 2 table. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes, no? Why did we put that tick mark? Yes, okay, good. So now what we are going to do is, in my step number 2, I am going to consider this as my group A1, group A2, and this is group A3. As how I did a comparison between these two groups, now I'm trying to find out if I can compare the first term of GA1 and compare with the subsequent successive group. Second term of GA1 with the subsequent group, and comparison between this and this. Just try to compare this and this for the similar bit variation which you did in the earlier case. And let me know if there is any further comparison is possible. Compare GA1 and GA2 as you did earlier and try to find out if there is any possibility of still bringing it down. Is there any possibility? Well, let's look out. 0, 0, no bit variation. 0, 0, no bit variation. 0 underscore, first bit variation. 1 and 1, no bit variation. 0 and 1, second bit variation. Underscore and 0, third bit variation. 3 bit variations. So these two cannot be considered. Coming to this case, 0, 0, no variation. 0, 0, no variation. 0 underscore. First variation, 1, 1, no variation. Underscore and 0. Second variation, 0, 0 is the third variation. There is no variation. So there are two variations here. So again, this is not accepted. So this is over. coming to compare this and this. 0, 1, 1. No variation. 1 first variation, 0, 0. No variation, underscore and 0. Second variation, 1 and underscore. Next, third variation, 1, 1. No variation, 0, 1. Fourth variation. So, more number of variation. What I'm trying to do is, just by comparing them, I'm not in a position to bring down this table as how I brought this as this table to some other table. I'm unable to reduce it further. So with this step ends the reduction case for this particular problem. Is that clear till now? 11 terms which were available in the first grouping has been reduced to 4 terms in the second table. For a simple reason like 1 bit variation is accepted and the comparisons between successive groups were done and it is reduced. But this table is not in a position to be reduced further. For a reason like there are more than 1 bit variation between the comparison of subsequent groups. Am I clear? Okay, so now after doing this, what now comes into picture is we have said one term called just a minute. We have said a term called prime implicant table. I said a term called prime implicant table, right? When we were discussing about the step-by-step procedure, we were talking about this prime implicant table as a case in the fourth step. Okay, so now what we will do is we will form a table with this. What are we going to do in this table is when you look at here, right? So 4, 5, 4, 6, 6, 14, 35, 9, 19, 39. These are available. These are the groups which are available. So this I will write first. 4, 5, 4, 6, 6, 14, 35, 39. These are the first 4 rows in my table. Okay. The subsequent rows, what comes into picture is those rows which are not having the tick mark in the first group. I repeat, those min terms which are not having a tick mark in the first table are supposed to be written here. Now look at here. M9 is not having a tick mark. So I will put my 9 here. Then 19, M19 is not having a tick mark. So that 19 comes here. Okay. Then 32. 32 was not having a tick mark. 32. Then 54 was not having a tick mark and 61 was not having a tick mark. So 54 and 61. These forms the row heading for the prime implicant table. Am I making this point clear? Till now, is that clear? Yes, no, maybe. Till now, is it clear? For the prime implicant table, how did I get these values is based on the earlier table values. Now, what these column values should have, column heading should have is, now consider out of these all these things, find out which are the variables which are available here. Okay, I have a variable 4 here. Okay, so my 4 falls as my first case. Okay, then I have a variable 5. Yes. Then I have a variable 6. Yes. Then I have a variable 14 here. Sorry, before getting into 14, there is a variable 9. So let us arrange in order. Okay. So after 4, 5, 6, there is something called 9 which is available here. So I will put that 9 here. Then what is available? 14 is available. So 14 is available. Yes. Then it is 32. After 14, it is 32. Then
So
it
90.
is 35.
Sir.
Then it is 39. Then it is 54 and 61. Now these are the column headings. Okay. So now immediately what we will do is, it is 4, 5. So 4, 5. I have made a cross mark. 19, yeah, thank you. 19 is where we missed. 19, yeah, I'll put that 19 here. I'm sorry, thanks for reminding me. So that between 14 and 32, there is another variable 19. Okay. So now, then it is 4, 6. Then it is 6, 14. Then it is 35, 39. 35, 39. Then it is 9. Then it is 19. Then 32, 54, and 61. Is that clear what I was doing? Yes. After making this row and column headings, I was just putting a cross mark across a particular row on the min terms which are mentioned in the row heading. It is 4, 5. So 4 and 5, I made a cross mark. 4, 6. So 4 and 6, I made a cross mark. 6, 14. So 6 and 14, I made a cross mark. Likewise, I have completed in this case. Right? Now, there is one case which I can reduce. After this is my step number 4. Step 4. Okay, step 5 is, I will try to reduce this. I will look out for a possibility if I can remove any of the row which will not affect my result. Okay, so if I look in this case, just have a look on this row. Okay, I can remove this row out from this box. Reason behind, this 4 is compensated by the above cross mark. Right? Similarly, this 6 can be compensated with the below cross mark. So even if I remove this, this variable will not create a vacuum, because that is one way or the other way filled by the other elements. Am I clear? So this is not an essential prime implicant. Am I clear? This 4, 6 can be compensated by any other variable. So this 4, 6 need not be called as a prime implicant, or in other words, I will not call them as essential prime implicant. While on the other cases, if I see all the other elements are needed, this 61 is available alone, 54 is alone, 39, 35 are alone, 32, 19, all the other elements are alone, right? So this is what the case is. So what I will do is, in step number 5, I will say 4, 6. Sorry, 4, 6 is a non-essential prime implicant, right? While the other cases, other elements are the prime implicants. Okay, so what I will do for this prime implicant is, let me look at this 4, 5. 4, 5, I have written it something like this. Okay, so let me assume 4, 5, which is something like 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 underscore. So A, B, C, D, E, F. This is for an example. I'm just putting it.
Shiva,
you don't
sir.
have to put it, right?
Hello.
So if you look at this 4, 5,
Hello, sir.
this is A bar, B bar, C bar, D, E bar. Last minute, Janathan and Nivas. Or shall we, Minu madam, shall we continue in the next class? Because it's already high time. I just didn't look at the time. It is 11:05.
Sir,
Shall
hello.
we continue in the next class?
Hello.
Hello? Yeah, okay. So we'll put an end in the step 5. Step 6, we'll continue in the next class. Okay. So thank you. You can take a break now. And madam, check with the afternoon class.
Okay, sir. Okay. Hello. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
madam. Madam, do we have in the class in the afternoon?
Hello.
Madam, do we have a class in the afternoon?
Hello. Hello.
Madam, do we have class in the afternoon?
Sir, I was speaking long
Coming in
time
the
back.
phone. I'm sorry.
Okay. In between also I was speaking. There was okay. That I do not know. Actually, madam was asked you can take like that, but the students are telling something else.
Okay. We'll check with the Java faculty and then we'll proceed. Is that okay of what we were covering in the QM tabulation method?
Yeah, but 1.5 hours is not enough. I suppose.
Exactly. And in that 1.5 hours, half an hour went for 5 variable also. So, okay.
Then you can take one simple problem, no? 3 variable or 4 variable.
No, for that we don't have to
That will be
go
fine.
for tabulation method. No. For tabulation method, minimum number of variable is 6. So that's the reason behind I went for 6.
Yeah, but we cannot predict what the usually 6 variable and all won't come for the
Won't come,
examination.
but then
Maximum 5 will come.
for QM method, it is good to go with yeah, Gayatri. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Okay. How many any absentees today?
One is regular 110,
Okay.
and another one is 243.
Okay.
Only 2.
Okay. Okay. Vignesh joined now.
Eh?
Vignesh joined now. Okay. What's his number?
No, Vignesh was here.
Okay.
345 Vignesh, no?
Okay. Okay, we'll check with the Java faculty now, and then we'll put in the group whether we have that lab or if we can complete the lab.
Actually, what they have informed, A section one lab, B section another lab, like that they were informing.
Okay. Oh, like that they are following the timetable. Next week timetable might be some.
I hope so. I hope so, sir. But
Okay.
I think it will also got changed, right?
Madam,
That format
please
will
switch off
change.
the recording. Stop recording.
Stop recording, sir.